Dear students, welcome back. Now we will see the remaining functions of this accessory muscles. So, in the previous session, we have seen this abdominal muscles, how they work in forced expiration. By increasing the intra-abdominal pressure, the abdominal muscles can force the diaphragm upward into the thoracic cage and increasing both the volume and speed of exhalation. So speed of exhalation. The volume means here the exhaling volume of the lung. Okay. Now the major functions of the abdominal muscles in respect to accessory muscles of ventilation is to assist in forced expiration. Other than this, it plays two significant roles during inspiration also. So, firstly, how these muscles are going to work. Firstly, increased intra-abdominal pressure created lowering of the diaphragm in inspiration. So once this diaphragm is lowered, what happens? We know that intra-abdominal pressure is increased. That intra-abdominal pressure has to maintain. How it is going to maintain? So that if that pressure has to be maintained means there is a tension created in the abdominal muscles to maintain this pressure. Okay, so tension in the abdominal muscles helps in maintaining the intra-abdominal pressure when the diaphragm is lowered in inspiration. Okay, so normal ga previous ga aithe emaindi, so intra-abdominal pressure increase avutundi and the contents are moved anteriorly and laterally and మనం చదివాం. So that tension, so that pressure has to be maintained by the tension which is created in the abdominal muscles. Okay, without sufficient compliance in the abdominal muscles. So that means, so compliance means the distensibility of the muscles or any organ. Okay, so without this sufficient compliance in the abdominal muscles, so if the tension is not created in the abdominal muscles, what happens to the intra-abdominal pressure? The intra-abdominal pressure may be decreased. So if the intra-abdominal pressure is decreased, again this tendon will the central tendon of the diaphragm will move into the thoracic cage, so which causes expiration. So that means it doesn't help in inspiration, isn't it? So that means without sufficient compliance in the abdominal muscles, the central tendon of the diaphragm cannot be effectively stabilized. That means what happens? So the pressure which is increased in the intra-abdominal, so which acts as a stabilizer for the central tendon. So ఈ ప్రెషర్ మీద this dome is decreased, isn't it? And the central tendon is stabilized on the intra-abdominal pressure. So ఎప్పుడైతే ఇది స్టెబిలైజ్ అవుతుందో and the costal fibers, here we know that this costal fibers of the diaphragm will contract. The costal fibers of the diaphragm contract. Actually these are present vertically. After this dome is stabilized, the central tendon is stabilized and the intra-abdominal pressure, these fibers become horizontal, and further contraction of this thing, what will happen? there is an lateral and outward and lateral movement of the ribs in the lower rib cage occurs, leads to bucket handle movements. So if the intra-abdominal pressure is not maintained, here the central tendon is not going to stabilized. If IAP has to be maintained, means the abdominal muscles should be in tension. That is passive tension actually. So the tension which is created in the abdominal muscles has to be maintained. So in the case of accessory, it may be actively contracted. It may be actively contracted to maintain the tension in the muscles, which helps in increased intra-abdominal pressure, which helps in the stabilization of the central tendon and helps in the lateral expansion of the lower rib cage. Okay, without sufficient compliance in the abdominal muscles, ఇప్పుడు abdominal muscles కానీ కావాల్సినంత కంట్రాక్ట్ అవ్వడం కానీ రిలాక్స్ అవ్వడం కానీ జరగకపోతే, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ కంప్లయన్స్ హియర్. డిస్టెన్సిబిలిటీ, హౌ మచ్, దట్ మీన్స్ కంప్లయన్స్ ఈజ్ డిఫైన్డ్ యాజ్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ వాల్యూమ్ పర్ unit pressure, change in volume per unit pressure. Okay, so that one, without sufficient compliance in the abdominal muscles, the central tendon of the diaphragm cannot be stabilized here, and lateral chest wall expansion of the chest wall does not occur. Okay, so this is the first function of the abdominal muscles other than the forced expiration. And the second function, so if the increased IAP, the increased intra-abdominal pressure, which is created by active abdominal muscles. In the previous thing I have told that passive tension. So here the increased abdominal pressure is created by the active abdominal muscles during forced exhalation. Pushes the diaphragm. So ఈ intra-abdominal pressure ఏం చేస్తుంది? సో యాక్టివ్గా కంట్రాక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు మజిల్స్ అబ్డామినల్ లోపలికి వెళ్తుంది. సో మజిల్స్ కంట్రాక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు మజిల్స్ విల్ మూవ్ ఇన్ టు ద అబ్డామిన్. దట్ మీన్స్ సో ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎప్పుడైతే అబ్డామినల్ లోపలికి వెళ్తుందో సో ఇంట్రా అబ్డామినల్ ప్రెషర్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. సో విచ్ pushes the diaphragm upward. Okay, and upward means cranial, and exerts passive stretch. So here not active contraction of the costal fiber, it creates a passive stretch of the costal fibers of the diaphragm. So again it comes to vertical position, so which helps in expiration. So these two changes, okay, these changes prepare the respiratory system for the next inspiration. ఇది ఒక ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పిరేషన్ సైకిల్. ఇప్పుడు మనం చూసింది అబ్డామినల్ మజిల్స్. సో ఒక టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ abdominal pressure is which is creating by the lowering of the diaphragm in inspiration, and another one is created by the active abdominal muscles during forced exhalation. So these two changes prepare the respiratory system. So the entire respiratory system, these two changes in the entire respiratory system for the next inspiration, by optimizing the length and tension relationship of the muscle fibers in the diaphragm. So these two changes prepare the respiratory system for the next inspiration by optimizing the length tension in the diaphragm muscle. Length tension relationship of the muscle fibers of the diaphragm. I have explained this length tension in the muscles and muscle structure and function. If you have any doubt, go through it. Okay. And during periods of increased ventilatory needs, సో చాలా ఎక్కువ వెంటిలేషన్ అవసరమైనప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు ఉంటుంది? when there is an increased muscular activity, during exercises or in any diseases. Okay, so there is an increased muscular activity of the abdominal muscles. When there is increased ventilatory needs, which assist both in exhalation as well as inhalation. Okay, so this is about the abdominal muscles. And gravity also helps in respiration. So gravity also helps in respiration. We can call it a ventilation in supine position. So just think that, so this is the supine position. So what is happening? The gravity is assisting. So the gravity is acting on the abdominal muscles, which is going to inward, which creates the intra-abdominal pressure and helps in expiration, isn't it? So but in this position, this abdominal muscles will not work actively. These are electrically silent. Okay, and also the transverse thoracic muscles are also recruited along with abdominals to pull the rib cage caudally. So we have seen this transverse thoracic also separately in the previous session. So this is also called as primarily expiratory muscle when the expiration is active, as in talking, coughing or laughing, or in forced exhalation. Okay, so this transverse thoracic along with the abdominal muscles helps in expiration. In the supine position, this transverse thoracic muscle as well as the abdominal muscles are electrically silent. Only the gravitational force acts an accessory force for ventilation in supine position. Okay, this is about the accessory muscles for ventilation. Okay, so finally, what are the accessory muscles which help in inspiration and which helps in expiration? Come on. So the accessory muscles which help in inspiration are sternocleidomastoid muscle and sternocostal portion of pectoralis major muscle. So this pectoralis major muscle and clavicular portion of the pectoralis major when arms are raised, and also the pectoralis minor muscle, which helps in the elevation of third, fourth and fifth ribs during inspiration. And also subclavius also helps in inspiration. Levatorus costorum also helps in inspiration. And sometimes the abdominals also helps in inspiration when there is increase in ventilatory need. And what are the muscles which help in expiration. So the expiratory muscles here are the clavicular portion of the pectoralis major below the level of clavicle, and also the abdominal muscles, and also the next muscle is the transverse thoracic muscle, which work along with the abdominals. These three muscles helps in expiration, that too accessory muscle. These are all accessory muscles. The accessory muscles which helps in inspiration, and the accessory muscles which helps in expiration. Okay, so this is about accessory muscles which are recruited during ventilation. Okay, and after this thing we are going to see the coordination and integration of the ventilatory motions, and also normal sequence of the breathing we will see in the next video.